Greetings, greetings, greetings. You are now tuned into the Vault. Trust Christian, know nothing, control everything. Just want to thank you for tuning in live, listening to replay. Always appreciate everybody that tunes in live, listening to replay. Most of the time, most of the people that listen will catch this in the replay, so we always appreciate you all. And then we definitely appreciate everybody that tunes in live. If you get the notifications, if you want to get the notifications, just hit the subscribe button. Hit it a few times so you can actually get the notifications on when we go live. On this channel, we do a lot of live episodes. We don't really do a lot of recorded episodes, and if we do, they're recorded through our lives and posted as an edited video. So definitely appreciate everybody that tunes in live, listens in the replay. Feel free to hit the like, hit the subscribe button. It's always appreciated. It's always going to take the channel to the next level. So we always appreciate everybody that aids in helping the channel go to the next level. This is the Vault, episode 553, Beneficiary of Your Trust. And so this is one of those episodes we know a lot of the trustees are going to listen to. They're going to want to send to friends and family because they want to have these conversations with their friends and family, and then they don't really know how to have the conversation. So we're going to help and, and aid in this situation here. Very simple situation, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to trusteeship. Very simple thing, ladies and gentlemen. Very simple. And so we're going to talk about it today. Let's talk about it. We're talking about episode 553, Beneficiary of Your Trust. And so this is one of those episodes where people have asked us for years in consultation. So once again, our episode is based off of a consultation we've had. We've had over 500. So we're definitely have, we're going to continue to have consultations. If you want to get a consultation, feel free to reach out, Christian@trustchristian.com. Once again, that's Christian@trustchristian.com. Once again, that's Christian@trustchristian.com. So feel free to reach out. We've had people reach out to us via email for years. We have someone email us almost every day for years now. So we always appreciate that. We have a bunch of people in trustee training. We just did a live trustee training on it was actually a few weeks back in February. I think it was the 4th, and then we're going to do another one on March the 3rd. So we're making it a point to have some of these public trainings with others out in the public with some of the people that we have that are really good resources and things of that nature that are not easy to get in contact with. So we appreciate everybody for tuning in live, listening to replay, wanting to know about this episode, Beneficiary of Your Trust. This is one of those things that we get on the line all the time from trustees, and they'll say, "So literally we had a consultation. They came in and they said, "Well, am I supposed to be the beneficiary?" When they were the grantor and almost trying to be the trustee, but they said, "Well, am I not supposed to be the beneficiary?" If you're the beneficiary, you're the beneficial owner. That's what they call it now. The Beneficial Owner Information Act. Are you the owner? Do you own the assets? Are you the owner? Oh, hold on. What happened? I thought we were talking about beneficiary. A beneficiary of your trust is the owner to a degree of the assets. Is it in equity or is it in what is in equity, but are they holding equitable title or legal title? See, these are the things you have to ask yourself. These are the things you have to ask the people you're engaging with in trusteeship. When people say, "Oh, I'm engaging with this person and they told us about trusteeship, but they told me I should be the beneficiary." Well, if they're telling you to be the beneficiary, they're telling you to be the beneficial owner. They're telling you that you're going to be liable somewhere. Oh, well, the government created this trust, but then I want to be the beneficial owner of the trust so I can not have to pay the debt. Well, the beneficial owner is responsible for the debt. The beneficial owner is supposed to file what will be considered income because they receive income from the trust, correct? The beneficiary receives income for the trust, correct? Does the beneficiary receive income? It sounds like an escort. Sounds like an escort. But what can you say? You sit on the internet, people listen to these people. Oh man, beneficiaries. Uh, so why would you want to be the beneficiary when that makes you liable? Let's go there. We can say this from the beginning and we can say it to the end. The beneficiary is liable. Is the trustee liable? Who's more liable, the beneficiary or the trustee? We got so many people going into trusteeship, they don't know who is they don't know who's liable the most because they're very much so first gen in trusteeship. They don't really know who's supposed to be what. Like you get trustees that'll come through and they'll say, "Well, I was the grantor, so how can I be the beneficiary?" Well, you didn't want to be the beneficiary, but whoever instructed you on the front end shared that with you, and so now you want to do that. Then, not only that, they say, okay, well, don't I want my children to be the beneficiary? So if you want your children to be the beneficiary, that means you want them to be liable. Once again, this is an episode for the people. You gonna make your children liable. Oh, then they got this thing right now where you can have a kid work for you, and there's certain type of money disclosures and things like that. Okay, a few pennies. If you making millions of dollars, what is 13,000? Oh, that's a lot. Trust Christian to vote. They could go to their college fund. You think if you making millions of dollars, you care about 13? Not to say you don't, but ladies and gentlemen, that's almost the oil change on the car. When you have a certain amount of money, things cost. Does that help someone? Sure. They actually in a break for it. You're right. That helps when you're at middle tiers, lower tiers. The beneficiary. So who's the beneficiary of the family trust? Who's the beneficiary of the business? Who's the beneficiary of the corporations? Who's the beneficiary? People come through. They said it a few times. Oh man, I think I should be the beneficiary. For what? That means you're the owner. Why didn't I know that? Because the beneficiary is a very much so put in that place position. Sometimes the beneficiary doesn't choose who they are. They're just chosen. That means they're named by someone. They might be named by someone else that says this person is the beneficiary. Doesn't mean you want to be a beneficiary, or doesn't mean you want to deal with that, but that does mean that is there. That's what's going on. How many people are going to step up to the plate and say, I'm not going to be the beneficiary, I'm going to be the trustee? So that means you go through trustee training, not beneficiary training. What are you going through beneficiary training for? So you can benefit from the trust. Somebody says, so I can go back, collect the money back from the government. Oh, really? So you think if you collect the money from the government, you're going to have to go private or stay public? Because if you stay public, that means you're a beneficiary. If you go private, that means you're a trustee. Excuse me, that means you trust Christian, know not to control everything. That's what that means. Where else would you go? If you're not going to be the beneficiary and you're going to be the trustee, that means you're going through trustee training. Okay? Are you the beneficiary or are you the trustee? So we didn't do that episode about that because this is about the people with the mindset of being a beneficiary. Do you want to be a beneficiary or a trustee? Because those are two different positions. And one of them is a more liable position than the other. So what's the benefit of even being a beneficiary when you can just be the trustee? These are the things that when trustees go through trustee training, they think about, they care about, they want to solve for their families. They want this education. You can enroll in trustee training, Christian at trustchristian.com. Once again, that's Christian at trustchristian.com. And you can feel free to reach out and get into trustee training. We look forward to hearing people enrolling in trustee training. And ladies and gentlemen, what is it about? It's about being educated in what? Are you a beneficiary or are you a trustee? Oh, I'm going to be the grantor. Sure, we could talk about that too. That's what the consultations do. So when people reach out and they say, oh, well, I learned it this way, when they learn the other way, they never think twice about it. Why would they want to be the beneficiary? There are many people that say, well, if I'm the beneficiary, that doesn't mean I'm private. Exactly. Now they got things in place in the public where they want people to disclose this information. And the public's being programmed that there is no private. So they want you to disclose that private information. That's not the case. Private is private, public is public. Those things are separate. The Beneficiary Owner Information Act is for public. But if you're the beneficiary, that's public. So if we're talking private, we're talking trusteeship. And we look forward to hearing from you over at the Vault. Christian at trustchristian.com. Definitely feel free to reach out. Look forward to hearing from you at the Vault. Got a bunch of trustees that we know that are enrolled in the program right now. We're going to continue to jam out and rock out and make sure that we're doing what we need to be doing with people. So look forward to hearing from you, Christian at trustchristian.com. Once again, it's Christian at trustchristian.com. Peace and joy.